Hello. So I'll be giving you a quick demo today of the dupe for R2M ribbon controller, which I have hooked up through a MIDI to USB connector and connected to MainStage, to one of their guitar sounding instruments. And I wanted to show you a few of the modes in this thing and give you an idea of what I plan to do with it. So I will give you a few quick demos. So first of all, you touch, a note plays, you touch. In this mode you can do like kind of a glissando because it switches when you move, plays the next note. That's just one of the modes, and right now it's set up for 2 octaves. You have a controller right here. Actually this is just a pressure sensor and a soft potentiometer, so it knows how hard you're hitting and then where, and it translates the position to a pitch. So this controls actually what gets sent to your MIDI instruments. So right now I'm in the note mode, as I said, and if you look, it's in 12 tone, 2 octaves. So if I turn it down to 1 octave, what it means is however many octaves plus 1 C, which is kind of a convention for keyboards. Like you'll get a 25 key unit, has 2 octaves, 12 times 2 plus 1. So C, 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 somewhere in the middle. I want to show you a neat thing about this. So I'm touching here. Did you hear that? There were 3 notes. Now watch this. High. Oops, a little bit high. High. Medium. Low. So what's happening is when I've got 2 fingers in note mode, it's kind of averaging out what I'm playing, which makes it a little tricky to hit notes, but if you are maybe doing a row of 3, you could do. You can also kind of do a drone note pretty easily, because every time it gets a new part of the ribbon, it plays a note. So you can do kind of droning. You leave your finger on the drone. I'm not trying for any particular key, but you get the idea where I could do. But the problem is, when I'm doing this, I'm kind of getting the average. So I have to move twice as far to really raise it. So that gets a little weird to play, so I'm not sure how much of an advantage that is, because you're kind of trying to figure out where the middle is. But if you want just 1 octave, it gives you a bit more precision. You can set it as high as 5 octaves, but I find that kind of needle in a haystacky, where you're trying to hit that one little pinhead. Wait, is that C sharp now? No, a little bit like safe cracking. It's a bit too much. So I tend to set it at 2, and I'm working on a jig, which you can kind of see here. I'll print one out that's actually measured once I find that part of the manual, so that I kind of know which notes correspond to a particular tuning. So I'm probably going to use a 2 octave. But for example, if I wanted to do 3, I'd just print out a new thing, and it's pressure sensitive and not based on any kind of conduction. Like a conductive thing with your, it's not like your mobile phone, in other words. So I can set this paper over it and still play. So my idea is to go to a print shop and get a couple of thin plastic sheets with 2 octave, 3 octave, and maybe 1 octave notes printed on it. Anyway, so that's the note mode. And you're kind of seeing it averaging and doing a few other things. The mode that I'm probably going to use most of the time is note and relative pitch, which for stringed instruments has the most kind of expressive is one word sound. So for example, here you're hitting 1 note. Well, this is pitch, and then you have kind of pitch bend built in. So as long as you keep your finger down, or sorry, as long as you don't lift this finger up. Hear that? So. And then here's, well, I'm going to show you. It only goes about one note in either direction. That makes it. That's the only thing that makes a difference, at least from my reading of the manual. So it doesn't matter if you go there or, you know. So you can do it with 2 fingers and a few other things, or you can do it with 2 hands, which is actually very nice. Where one hand is kind of doing the pitch bend as you would do with a MIDI controller that had a separate pitch bend wheel. So this is just it playing directly. I'm going to take a minute to switch it over and show you it playing through my chording arpeggiator. So let me quickly switch the inputs. I'm going to go away for a minute. You might see a screen come up. Oh, no, not that one. MIDI patch bay. And we're going MIDI patch bay input. Yep. Okay. Oh, cancel. Okay, that's good. Right, so let's get back to our browser. Make sure that that's set up. Yep. All right, so now I'm playing with the browser for a minute, but yeah, okay. So you can hear it playing a chord. I'm not really lined up with the notes, but let's see, the one that I usually use to demonstrate. Okay, we're already in C sharp minor. So for example, I'll just play you the first bit of this. You probably heard it if you heard me in my demos. Kind of half blocking the thing with my view. Hang on. Yep. All right. So there. Yeah. Last bit. I can't mark, so I'm kind of half off on half the notes. But the nice thing is, if I miss it, I can kind of tune it in a little bit. And the skill level that I have with a stringed instrument, that's pretty realistic to how I would sound the real instrument. But that is kind of what I wanted to do with this controller, is try to play string-typed instruments. So I'll make another video once I get a few other parts from our setup. Where I'll demo for you using this with the Roland synthesizer that I have in the other room, which has country sounds. So we'll try it with banjo and a few other things, and you'll see kind of how the form factor and the built-in pitch and kind of translate into, I'm not going to say natural, but expressive sounds with the synthesizer. Anyway. I hope you enjoyed it.